Hello students, welcome to Sri Jain Rank Zone. In today lecture, basically we are going to discuss about the preparation of alcohol from ether. So we are going to discuss about basically some more preparation of alcohols. So later we will discuss about phenols and then we will discuss about ether. So in the last lecture we have discussed the preparation. We have discussed the preparation of alcohol having OH group. First of all, we have used the reagent which is dilute H2SO4. In this case, there is rearrangement of carbocation. Then we have done with oxymercuration and demercuration reaction. Then we have discussed about hydroboration oxidation reaction. So in these two reactions, there is no rearrangement of carbocation, while in the first case, there is rearrangement of carbocation. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the preparation of alcohol from ether. So we are going to discuss the preparation of alcohol from ether. Which group is ether basically? Ether is having the polyvalent functional group like oxygen. So oxygen is bind with this carbon and this carbon. This is also alkyl group and this is also alkyl group. This whole compound we call ether. See, so basically we are going to discuss about, so this question which I am going to discuss, first of all I will say the reactivity of hydra acids. As we know, reactivity of hydra acids, so if two hydra acids are there, one is Hi and one is HBr, the reactivity of Hi is more than HBr. Why? Because the size of hydrogen is fixed. And here the size of iodine is large. The size of bromine is less than iodine. So in this case, there is more bond length, and in this case, there is less bond length. And we know bond energy is inversely proportional to bond length. So less energy is required to break the Hi bond. Less energy is required to break the Hi bond. Therefore, the reactivity of Hi is more as compared to HBr. While in case of HCl, due to high bond strength, and also in case of HF, due to high bond strength, these two will not react with ether. So basically this is a type of basically nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this is basically a type of nucleophilic substitution reaction. So this is a type of basically nucleophilic substitution reaction. So nucleophilic substitution reaction in ether. Nucleophilic substitution reaction in ether. So basically in this case, there is cleavage of ether. There is cleavage of ether. So ether bond will be breaks. Therefore, we are saying the cleavage of ether will takes place. Now see the general reaction. First of all, I am going to discuss with you the general reaction. What is the general reaction in this case? If ether is given like this, RO R dash. So this oxygen having lone pair of electron. So this is basically ether. This is basically compound ether. When the ether reacts with hydra acid, so the bond will be break and it forms. First we will discuss the direct reaction. So it will form R. When this H plus will attack on the oxygen, because this is electron rich and this is electron deficient. So it will form RO positive charge. Also there is lone pair on oxygen atom and hydrogen gets attached to oxygen, and this is R dash. We know positive charge on oxygen is unstable. We know the positive charge on oxygen atom is unstable because the positive charge on more electronegative atom, because the positive charge on more electronegative atom is unstable. So bond will break. So bond will break. So the possibility of breaking of bond, this is lone pair, this is extra lone pair on oxygen. Now see what happens. So basically when this compound is formed, which is RO positive charge on oxygen, and there is one hydrogen atom, and this is R dash, and one lone pair of oxygen also. So the cleavage of bond is possible in two cases. So after the attack of H plus, after the attack of H plus, the X minus will attack. The X minus will attack from hydra acid. Now this bond can break into two ways. One of the possibilities, if if it is resonance stabilized, it can be resonance stabilized. So one of the possibilities, it can be resonance stabilized, or it can be 3-degree carbocation, or it can be 3-degree carbocation. So if one of the R, if one of the R means alkyl group, if one of the R means alkyl group is either resonance stabilized or 3-degree carbocation, then the cleavage of bond will be according to SN1 mechanism. Then the cleavage of bond according to SN1 mechanism, because this is nucleophilic substitution reaction. If the carbon is basically less sterically hindered, if the carbon is less sterically hindered, if the carbon is less sterically hindered, so in this case, if the carbon is less sterically hindered, like 2-degree carbocation, 1-degree carbocation, then the mechanism followed by the reaction, will be SN2, because we know SN2 reaction is basically inversely proportional. SN2 reaction is basically inversely proportional to steric hindrance, So if the carbocation form is resonance stabilized or 3-degree carbocation, then the mechanism followed by the reaction is SN1 mechanism. If it is 2-degree or 1-degree or less sterically hindered, then the mechanism followed by the reaction is SN2. And we know the rate of SN2 reaction is basically inversely proportional to the steric hindrance. Now see, we will decide the cleavage of bond. So this is basically after the attack of H plus. After the attack of H plus, this positive charge on oxygen atom is unstable. This positive charge on oxygen atom, is unstable. Why unstable? Because positive charge on more electronegative atom is unstable. Now we will discuss each and every question. So this is basically, this question has been asked in NEET 2018. This question has been asked in NEET 2018. Also this question, see in which years this question has been asked. I will put you the questions in front of you. So first of all, first question I am going to discuss regarding the cleavage of ether is CH3O and CH2CH3. The hydra acid I am going to react with is basically concentrated HI. So the reaction of ether with concentrated HI, as you can see across oxygen, this is 1-degree and also this is 1-degree. So when it is 1-degree or 2-degree, and also when it is less sterically hindered, and also when it is less sterically hindered, then we have seen which mechanism will be followed. SN2 mechanism will be followed. Now you can see, if HI is there, so bond will break in this way. You can form bond from both sides, either this side or from this side, because of both of them is 1-degree, and steric hindrance is less in case of CH3 as compared to CH2CH3. So steric hindrance is less in case of CH3. Therefore, bond will break from this side. Bond will break from this side, and HI is there. HI is there. So when HI is there, you can say, and you can say this iodine will attack on less sterically hindered carbon, and this hydrogen will attack on oxygen. So this is less sterically hindered, and there is two parts, one is H and one is I. So this I is basically reacts with the less sterically hindered. So one of the product obtained is CH3I, and another product is CH3CH2OH. So this is basically the product obtained. Now see another question. Another question, that question has been asked in AIPMT 2006. So this question basically has been asked in AIPMT 2006. The question is basically CH3, CH, CH3 and oxygen and CH3. Now see, across oxygen, this carbon is basically 2-degree carbon, and this is again basically 1-degree carbon, this carbon. So if 1 degree and 2 degree is there, then we can say again the chances of SN2. Again the chances of SN2. Two groups are there. One is CH3, CH, CH3, and another group is CH3. In which case steric hindrance is less. So steric hindrance is less in CH3. In the same way, steric hindrance again will be less in the case of CH3. So if you want to rub this sign, so if it is making confusion, so make it steric hindrance is basically less. So steric hindrance is basically less in this case. Again, if you want, so less number of carbon atom means less steric hindrance. So steric hindrance is more in this case. Steric hindrance is more in this case. So iodine will come with the carbon. Iodine will attach to the carbon which is less sterically hindered, which is less sterically hindered in case of SN2 reaction. So what happens in this case? So we will say bond will break in this way. From this side, iodine will go with CH3 and H will go with this compound. So product obtained is, so the product obtained is CH3CH, CH3 and OH and plus CH3I. So this product is obtained basically. Now see another example. So this question is basically asked in AIPMT 2007. This question has been asked in AIPMT 2007. Now see another question. So also write the mechanism. In this case also mechanism is SN2, and in this case also mechanism is SN2. Now see the question which has been asked in AIPMT 2007. The question is basically CH3, CH and CH3. This is attached with oxygen and having CH2, CH3. Now again, this is 1 degree and this is 2 degree. So less steric hindrance. Steric hindrance is less in this case. So steric hindrance is less in this case and steric hindrance is more in this case. So we have two possibilities to break the bond of HI. So I will come with the carbon atom. I will come with the carbon atom which is less sterically hindered, So again, because 2 degree and 1 degree, so again the mechanism followed will be SN2, and the product obtained is CH3, CH, CH3, OH, and the another product is CH3, CH2 and I. So this product is obtained basically. So on the basis of steric hindrance, we have just which group will be come with iodine. Now see another question related to this. So basically the question is The ether given is CH3, C, CH3 and CH3 and O, CH2, CH3. So which of the mechanism will be followed? Now see, across oxygen. Across oxygen, this is 3 degree carbon, and across oxygen, this is 1 degree carbon. So this is 3 degree carbon and this is 1 degree carbon. Now see, we have already discussed if if it is 3 degree, if one of the carbon is 3 degree carbocation or it is resonance stabilized, then 100% the reaction will be SN1. So we have found in this question one of the carbocation is 3 degree carbocation, and this is basically, so 3 degree carbocation will be formed. 3 degree carbocation will be formed. So when 3 degree carbocation form, this is basically CH3C, CH3 and positive charge. Now this I minus, now this I minus will attack on this carbon. So again, in the presence of Hi, now the mechanism of reaction, in presence of Hi, now the mechanism of reaction will be SN1. Why? Because in this compound, one of the carbocation form is 3 degree carbocation. So one of the product obtained is CH3, C, CH3, CH3 and I, and the another product obtained is CH3. So I will go with this one and H will go with this one. So another product is CH3, CH2, OH. So this is the basically the product obtained. Now see another case. See another case. So question given is basically, this is basically benzene. This is basically the benzene attached with ether group O and CH3. So now you can see in the presence of Hi. Now again see, this is 1 degree and you will say, sir, this is 2 degree, but this is resonance stabilized. This is basically resonance. This is basically resonance stabilized. This is basically resonance stabilized. So in which way this bond will break? So first of all, this H plus will attack on oxygen. When this hydrogen H plus will attack on oxygen, this is positive charge and hydrogen, and this is CH3. Now we know when bond will break in this way. So what is the, so what this question basically asks in AIEEE. This question basically has been asked in AIEEE. Now see, so why this bond is break in this way? Because if this bond will break in this way, it will form phenyl carbocation, which is less stable. If bond will break in this way, so it will form a stable aromatic compound. If bond will break in this way, then it will form a stable aromatic compound, which is phenol. Now this CH3 positive will be attacked by I minus, so other product obtained is CH3I. Therefore the cleavage of bond will occur from this side. So if we break the bond from this side, so less stable carbocation is formed, which is phenyl carbocation. And the name of this compound is basically anisole, you can say. This is the common name. And also you can say methoxybenzene. So this compound you can also say methoxybenzene. Now see another question. See the another question. The another question is basically benzene is given. So benzene is given, and the reaction of benzene with CH2O and CH2 CH3. Now see again the reaction in presence of Hi. Again the reaction in presence of Hi. So in this case you have seen, because I minus attack on less sterically hindered, so the mechanism will be SN2. Now see, so H plus will attack on oxygen lone pair. So H plus will attack on oxygen lone pair. When H plus attacks on oxygen lone pair, it will form like this: CH2, O positive, H, and CH2, CH3. So there is two possibility of breaking bond. One is this and one is this. If positive charge will come on this carbon, if positive charge will come on this carbon, then this is resonance stabilized. If positive charge is come on this carbon, so this is benzyl carbocation. So this is resonance stabilized. So this carbocation is basically resonance stabilized. So bond will break in this way. Bond will break in this way. So bond will break in this way. So the stable carbocation is forming because of resonance. Because of resonance. Therefore, the mechanism of this reaction followed will be SN1. Now CH2 positive, and the byproduct obtained is CH3, CH2, and OH. Now see, this I minus will attack on this. So product obtained is benzyl carbocation with iodine, CH2I. So this is basically the product obtained. So in this case, why SN1 mechanism is followed? Because the carbocation forming is resonance stabilized. Now see another question. So the another question is basically again CH2 double bond CH, CH2, and oxygen with CH2, CH3, and we are adding in this case HI. See what happens in the first step. This H plus will attack on oxygen, electron deficient and electron rich. So the intermediate obtained is CH2 double bond CH, and this is CH2 O positive H, and this is CH2 CH3. Now see, when this bond will break in this way, so the carbocation form after cleavage of bond from this side, the carbocation obtained is resonance stabilized. And whenever there is a resonance stabilized carbocation or 3-degree carbocation, the mechanism followed by the reaction is SN1. So this product is obtained, one of the product. So one of the product is basically CH3, CH2, and OH, and another product is resonance stabilized carbocation, CH2 double bond CH, CH2 plus. Now this I minus will attack on this carbocation. So product is basically CH2 double bond CH and CH2I. So this is basically the product. So SN1 mechanism is followed because this is more stable carbocation which is resonance stabilized. Now see another question. The another question is basically CH3, CH2, O, CH2, and CH3. Now see, this is also again 1 degree and this is also 1 degree, and none of these is resonance stabilized. So guaranteed the mechanism followed will be SN2. But in this case the reagent HI is given in excess. Now see, so it is guaranteed because both of them are 1 degree and resonance is not present. Also 3-degree carbocation is not present. Therefore the mechanism of this reaction will be SN2. So in first, because HI is in excess, so first HI will react because both alkyl groups are same. So I am attacking I on this side and H on this side. So one of the product obtained is CH3, CH2I, and another product obtained is CH3 CH2OH. Now see, again there is a excess of Hi, so Hi will attack again. Now this H plus will attack on this oxygen, so this leaving group will be removed, this leaving group will be removed, and CH3 CH2 plus is obtained. Now this I minus will attack on this, so product obtained is CH3 CH2I. So this happens basically when Hi is present in excess. So when Hi is present in excess, the alcohol obtained again react with Hi, and again alkyl iodide is obtained, and again alkyl iodide is obtained. Now see another reaction related to this. So question is basically, the question is CH3O CH2 and CH3. This reacts with HBr excess. This reacts with HBr excess. This reacts with HBr excess. Now see, again across oxygen, this carbon is 1 degree, and also this carbon is 1 degree, but this is less sterically hindered. This is less sterically hindered. So when less steric hindrance is present, so bond of HBr will break in this way. The negative part will go with less sterically hindered carbon, and positive part will go with more sterically hindered carbon. So the product obtained is, one of the product obtained is CH3Br, and another product obtained is CH3 CH2OH, but HBr is present in excess. Now again, both alkyl groups are basically 1 degree, therefore the reaction mechanism will be SN2. But HBr is present in excess amount. Because HBr is present in excess amount, so this is H positive, this is Br negative. Now again this H positive will attack on oxygen, and it form oxonium ion, like this, O positive H. Because positive charge on oxygen is less stable, so bond will break. Now this carbon will acquire positive charge, so this Br minus will attack on this carbon. So again the product obtained will be CH3 CH2 Br. So this is basically the final product. Now see another question which has been asked in AIMS 2013. Again the question related to cleavage of ether, which has been asked in AIMS 2013. I am going to discuss the question. Now see, the question is basically the compound given there is benzene. So this is basically the benzene, and at this position oxygen group is there, and also one carbon, then again one oxygen, and this is basically the carbon. Now this carbon joined with oxygen. Now see, again the reagent given in this question is Hi, and this Hi is basically present in excess. Now see how the cleavage of bond will occur. So hydrogen will attack at this position also. Now you can see if bond will break from this side, if after the attack of H plus will attack at this point. So I am drawing the intermediate. So what happens? You can see this oxygen will acquire positive charge. So this is basically the carbon. So cleavage of bond will be in the two way. The cleavage of bond will be in two way. Either the bond will break from this side, or the bond will break from this side. Because if bond will break from this side, the positive charge will be on this carbon, which is phenyl carbocation, and very less and very less carbocation stable, very less stable carbocation. So this carbocation is basically very less stable carbocation. Therefore, the bond will break from this side. Bond will break from this side. So positive charge will be on this carbon. So I will attack on this carbon. So we can say easily H and I. So I will attach to this carbon, H will attach to this carbon. So in the first step, in the same way you can see this bond will break because this carbocation is more stable, because this is resonance stabilized with benzene. So below carbocation is basically resonance stabilized. So this is resonance stabilized carbocation. So in this way bond will break in this way, so that I will come with the more stable carbocation and H will come with this oxygen. So the above reaction and below reaction, because of resonance stabilized, the below reaction will follow SN1 path, SN1 mechanism, while the above reaction will follow SN2 reaction. Now you can see the product obtained is basically, now I am drawing the product, final product. So I am drawing the final product, which is this one, OH on this carbon atom, and this is CH2I, and this is CH2I. And the another product is basically, this is CH2I and OH. So another product is basically CH2, on CH2 there is I, and also there is OH group, Now again reaction will not take place because this oxygen is resonance stabilized. Therefore this is basically the final product. Now see another case. Another possibility. The question is basically CH3, C, CH3, and this is also CH3, and this is basically oxygen, and this is CH2 and benzene. Now see again the reaction in presence of HI. Across oxygen, this carbocation is 3-degree carbocation. So across oxygen, this carbocation is 3-degree carbocation, and this carbocation CH2 benzene is basically resonance stabilized carbocation. Resonance stabilized. So this is resonance stabilized carbocation. Now see the stability of, now you can see the stability of resonance stabilized carbocation. The stability of resonance stabilized carbocation, which is benzyl carbocation. So the stability of this carbocation, which is basically the resonance stabilized carbocation, having more stability than this carbocation. Now you can see easily in this case the cleavage of bond will occur in this way. Positive charge will be generated on this carbon because resonance stabilized carbocation is more stable. So I will go with CH2 and H will go with oxygen. So the product obtained, so basically this is iodine group. So iodine group will move with the carbon atom, which is more stable. So resonance stabilized carbocation is basically more stable. Therefore iodine will move with the resonance stabilized carbocation. So the product obtained is basically CH3C, CH3C, CH3, OH, and the another product obtained is basically benzene. This is benzyl carbon having iodine group. So this product is obtained because both are stable carbocation. One is 3-degree carbocation and one is resonance stabilized carbocation. Therefore the mechanism followed by the reaction is SN1 mechanism. So in this way we can prepare. Now see another method for the preparation of See, another method for the preparation of alcohol from ether. So another method I am going to discuss, the preparation of alcohol. So we are going to discuss the preparation of alcohol from ether. Only we are changing the reagent. Only we are changing the reagent. So now I am going to discuss the reaction of ether. I am going to discuss the reaction of ether, the reaction of ether with dilute H2SO4. So we are going to discuss about the reaction of ether with dilute H2SO4. Now see what happens in this case. So when the reaction of ether with either dilute H2SO4, so the reaction of ether with either dilute H2SO4 or with water in presence of acidic medium, Now see, the question is basically CH3 CH2 CH3 CH2, and this oxygen given is basically 18. What is 18? Basically two types of oxygen is there. So one of the isotope of oxygen is oxygen 16, and one of the isotope of oxygen is oxygen 18. Now see, CH3 CH2 O18 and CH3 is given. Now see what happens. Again, if you are using the reagent like dilute H2SO4, or you are using H plus in presence of H2O, again you can easily see in this case basically there is two parts, one is H part and one is OH part. So you can easily identify in this case what happens, because this part is basically 1 degree, and also this part is basically the 1 degree. Now you can see, if both alkyl groups are basically 1 degree, then the mechanism followed by the reaction will be definitely SN2 reaction. So how this bond will be break? You can easily see, this H will break. So this H will go with the O18 isotope, and this OH will go with the CH3OH. This is positive part, this is negative part, and we already know, because the negative part will go on less sterically hindered carbon. So the product obtained is CH3 CH2. This is O18H, and also the another product is CH3OH. So in this way you can prepare the alcohol. By using ether. There are some more reactions. For the preparation of alcohol. So in this way you can also prepare some more method for the preparation of alcohol. Now I am going to discuss about some of the reaction, which is reduction of carbonyl group. So we are going to discuss, first of all I am going to discuss the preparation of alcohol. First of all I am going to discuss the preparation of alcohol from alkyl halide. So I am going to discuss about the preparation of alcohol from alkyl halide. So which group is basically alkyl halide? RX group. RX group is basically called alkyl halide, and we are going to prepare alcohol. From alkyl halide. So if group is given like RX, so when the reaction of RX with aqueous KOH, we know in case of aqueous KOH, this basically OH minus. This OH minus is basically a strong nucleophile. So this OH minus is basically a strong nucleophile, and this X is basically the leaving group. And strong nucleophile and strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction, and strong nucleophile always favors SN2 reaction. So this leaving group will be removed. This leaving group will be removed, and in place of leaving group, this OH will attack on carbon. So the product obtained is alcohol. So the product obtained is alcohol. Always remember the reaction of alkyl halide with aqueous QH, not alcoholic. See the difference between the aqueous and alcoholic QH. Aqueous QH is basically nucleophilic substitution reaction. This is nucleophilic substitution reaction, while the alcoholic QH favors elimination reaction. Now see some another methods used for the preparation of alcohol. So now I am going to discuss about reduction. So for the preparation of alcohol, for the preparation, for the preparation of alcohol, for the preparation of alcohol, I am going to discuss about reduction of carbonyl groups. So I am going to discuss about reduction of carbonyl groups, reduction of carbonyl groups. Now see, which group is basically carbonyl group? So carbonyl group is basically C double bond O. This is carbonyl group. Now see, when the reduction of carbonyl group, when the reduction of carbonyl group, which is C double bond O, in presence of lithium, in presence of lithium aluminum hydride. So what is the name of this compound? This is lithium, this is lithium, this is lithium aluminium, this is lithium aluminium hydride. Now you can see the bond will break in this way. This is Li positive, this is Al, H, H, H and H. So this AlH4 minus, this AlH4 minus basically supply the hydride ion, basically supply the hydride ion. Because of this bond is polar, oxygen having negative charge and carbon having positive part. So this is electrophilic carbon, this is electrophilic carbon. On this electrophilic carbon, this H minus, which is hydride ion, will attack and alcohol is obtained. So this pi bond will break and the product is obtained, basically alcoholic product. So on this carbon, hydrogen gets attached and this oxygen will having minus charge. So minus charge will be given by H plus ion. So it will form OH. So this alcohol is obtained from carbonyl group. Now see the reactions based on reduction of carbonyl group. So what are the reactions basically in case of reduction of carbonyl groups? Now we will discuss about some of the reactions. So first of all, I am giving the question. The question is basically the compound given is R, C, double bond O and H, and the reaction in presence of, and the reaction in presence of Li, and the reaction in presence of Li, Al, H4 in the first step, and in the second step H plus ion is given. Now see, first of all, this aluminium hydride, which is lithium aluminium hydride. So this lithium aluminium hydride will supply H minus, will supply H minus. So this is basically the hydride ion. So H minus is basically hydride ion. So H minus ion is basically supplied by lithium aluminium hydride. Now this bond is polar. This is partial positive, partial negative on oxygen and partial positive on carbon. So when this H minus will attack on carbon, so this pi bond will be break. When this pi bond breaks, it will form RCH. It will form RCH H, and this oxygen having negative charge. Now see. Now in the next step, H plus is there. Now second step H plus provided. So this H plus will attack on oxygen, and the product obtained is basically RCH2OH. So alcohol is obtained. Alcohol is obtained as a product, and this alcohol is basically obtained from aldehyde. This alcohol is basically obtained from aldehyde. Now see another case. This lithium aluminium hydride, this lithium aluminium hydride is a very strong reducing agent. So this is a strong, this is basically the strong reducing agent. So lithium aluminium hydride is basically the strong reducing agent. Now see another reagent. if the same reaction, if the same reaction which is RC double bond O aldehyde group is there. In the first step, I am adding sodium borohydride. This is the first step, and in the second step, I am adding H positive ion. So again, sodium borohydride. This is Na positive, and this is B. This is BH4 negative. This is BH4 negative. Now this BH4 negative. Now this BH4 negative will supply hydride ion. So this H minus is basically supplied by sodium borohydride. Because of this bond is polar, oxygen having partial negative and carbon having partial positive. Now this H minus will attack on the carbon, electrophilic carbon. So when H minus will attack on this electrophilic carbon, so carbon will form 5 bonds which is unstable. So at the same time this pi bond will break. At the same time this pi bond will break on the more electronegative atom. So there is negative charge on this oxygen atom, and this is basically the hydrogen, and the hydrogen has been attacked by NaBH4 minus on this carbon. Now in the second step, H plus ion is given. So this H plus ion will attack on oxygen. Now again the product obtained is RCH2OH. So this is again basically the alcohol product. Alcohol is again obtained from aldehyde, and this NaBH4 is basically comes under the category of mild reducing agent. So this NaBH4 is basically mild reducing agent, not strong reducing agent, not strong reducing agent as compared to LiAlH4. Now see another reaction. So in this case we have seen this is basically 1 degree alcohol. In the same way 2 degree alcohol can also be obtained. If ketone is given like RC double bond O and R dash, and you add lithium aluminium hydride, in the first step, and in the second step when you add H positive, so this LiAlH4 will supply H minus. So this H minus will attack on the carbon. Now this pi bond will break. So the intermediate obtained is RCH R dash, and this oxygen having negative charge. So in the second step, H plus is provided. This H plus will attack on negatively charged oxygen. The another product obtained is RCOH, and this is H and this is R dash. So this is basically 2 degree alcohol. So aldehyde gives 1 degree alcohol, while ketone on reduction gives 2 degree alcohol. In the same way, some more reactions are there. See another reagent. I am discussing with the question only. If ketonic group is given like R, C double bond O and R dash, this ketonic group is given, and the reaction of ketone in the first step, I am adding sodium with ethanol. So in the first step we are adding sodium with ethanol, and in the second step, we are adding nickel in presence of hydrogen. So this is also basically the reducing agent. This is also basically the reducing agent. So this is also basically the reducing agent, and we know reducing agent means reduction. So reducing agent will do reduction. Reducing agent will do reduction, and reduction means addition, and reduction means addition of hydrogen, and reduction means addition of hydrogen. Now see what happens. The hydrogen, one hydrogen will be added on this carbon, and one hydrogen will be added on this carbon oxygen, and double bond will convert into single bond. So again the product obtained is RCH R dash, and this is basically the OH. So this is basically again 2-degree alcohol. So the product obtained is again basically 2-degree alcohol. Now see another reaction. First of all, make a note. Basically this lithium aluminium hydride. So the note is basically related to LiAlH4. So LiAlH4 do not reduce. LiAlH4 do not reduce carbon-carbon double bond and carbon-carbon triple bond. LiAlH4 can reduce only in one case, when it is cinnamic acid. So double bond is reduces by LiAlH4 in only one case, when there is cinnamic acid. So I am writing the another note in general. In general, I am writing the note except nickel hydrogen. Except nickel hydrogen. Nickel hydrogen is also reducing agent. So except nickel hydrogen, other reducing agents. Except nickel hydrogen, other reducing agents do not reduce. Other reducing agents do not reduce. Other reducing agents do not reduce carbon-carbon double bond. Carbon-carbon double bond. Now see. So I am explaining this concept with some questions. So I'm explaining this concept with some questions. See, if question is given like this, the compound is CH3. The compound is CH3, CH double bond, CH and CH double bond O. Now, the reaction in presence of LiAlH4, the reaction in presence of LiAlH4. So the reaction with LiAlH4, and in the second step H plus is added, and in the second step H plus is added. So what is the product? Now you can see this is basically the aldehyde group. This is basically aldehyde. So aldehyde will be reduced. Aldehyde group will be reduced into alcohol by LiAlH4. but this double bond will be not reduced. So this double bond will be not reduced by LiAlH4. So the product obtained is basically CH3. This CH double bond CH will remain as it is, and this aldehyde having one carbon atom, it will be reduced into the alcohol with the same carbon atom. So this CHO group will be reduced into CH2OH. So this aldehyde group reduced into alcohol, and this double bond remains as it is. This double bond remains as it is. Now, but the same reaction, which is CH3, CH double bond CH and CH double bond O. If the same reaction in presence of nickel hydrogen, then this double bond will also reduce, and this aldehyde and this aldehyde will also reduce. So addition of hydrogen, this hydrogen, one hydrogen on this carbon and one hydrogen on this carbon, and this aldehyde will reduce into alcohol. So the product obtained is CH3, CH3, CH2, CH2, and this is CH2OH. This is CH2OH. So only Ni in presence of H2 can reduce. This can reduce. This group can reduce carbon-carbon double bond. If LiAlH4 reduce the double bond, then it must be cinnamic acid. See, if the same reactant, which is CH3CH double bond CH and CHO in presence of sodium and ethanol, so we have already discussed only one reagent which is nickel plus hydrogen. It can reduce carbon-carbon double bond. So this will again not reduce carbon-carbon double bond. So again in this case, this carbon-carbon double bond will not reduce, and this aldehyde group will be reduced to alcohol. So CH3 and this CH double bond CH will remain as it is, and this aldehyde group having one carbon, so this will be reduced into alcohol. This is CH2OH. So this aldehyde gets reduced into alcohol. So this aldehyde gets reduced into alcohol. So this is basically the final answer. Now see another case, another question related to this. The question is basically compound given like this. This is basically the double bonded oxygen, and this is basically the double bonded carbon, and the reagent which we are using is basically nickel in presence of hydrogen. We know nickel hydrogen can reduce, carbon carbon double bond. Yes, also nickel hydrogen can reduce carbon double bond oxygen. So both group, this group will be reduced and also this group will be reduced. So addition of hydrogen, so when addition of hydrogen on this carbon and this oxygen, so this will convert into OH group, and when addition of hydrogen on this and hydrogen, this double bond will convert into single bond. So this is basically the product obtained. Now see, so now I am going to explain the mechanism. So now I am going to explaining you the mechanism of lithium aluminium hydride. The mechanism of lithium aluminium hydride, and in the second step I am adding H plus. So in the first step I am adding LiAlH4. In the second step we are adding H positive. See the mechanism. If carbon double bond oxygen is there, this is polar group, and when we add LiAlH4, so what happens? This LiAlH4 will supply H minus. So this bond is polar, partial negative, and this is partial positive. So in the first step, this H minus will attack on electrophilic carbon. So when this H attack on this electrophilic carbon, so this is basically O negative, this pi bond will break. Now in the second step, when this H positive will attack on oxygen, then the product obtained is C, H and OH. So this is basically the mechanism of the reaction. Now see the question based on the mechanisms. See, the question is basically the compound given is cyclohexanone. And with cyclohexanone, in the first step In the first step, we are adding LiAlH4. Now in the second step, we are adding D positive ion, D positive. As we know in the first step, there is LiAlH4. So this LiAlH4 will supply H from this. So H minus will be supplied. H minus will be supplied from this position. So this H minus, this is electrophilic carbon and this is partial negative. So this H minus from LiAlH4 will attack on this carbon, and the intermediate obtained is basically this. When this attack on this carbon, this pi bond will break. So this is O negative and hydrogen attach on this carbon. Now in the second step, D plus is added. So this D plus will attack on the oxygen, and the product obtained is OD, and this is hydrogen. So this is basically the product based on mechanism. Now see another question related to this. Again, cyclohexanone is given. And in the first step, adding LiAlD4. In the first step, adding LiAlD4. And in the second step, adding H positive. See, this is LiD4. So this LiD4 basically supplies this LiAlD4 will supply D minus. Because LiAlH4 supply H minus. So this LiAlD4 will supply D minus. Now see, this is partial positive and this is partial negative. So this D minus will attack on the carbon having electrophilic center. So after the attack of D, this pi bond will break on oxygen. So this pi bond will break on oxygen having negative charge, and this D will attach there. Now see, since this D will form bond with carbon. Now in the second step, H plus is added. When this H plus will attack on oxygen, the product obtained is this is OH, and this is basically the D. So this product is obtained. So this is basically what we have discussed about the reducing agents for the preparation of alcohol. All these are alcohols. So in the next lecture, we will discuss some more methods. In the next lecture, we will discuss some more methods for the preparation of alcohol.